Good morning, students. Welcome to today's lecture. In the last class, we discussed the topic zero of a polynomial. What it was? Try to recall. Yes, it was a value of variable at which equation gives zero as answer. Okay. I told in that class also, don't confuse zero polynomial with zero of a polynomial. Zero polynomial is simply that number 0, but zero of a polynomial can be any number which, if placed in place of variable, answer comes as 0. Okay. Before we start today's discussion, first of all, let's see simple division that we have been learning and doing from childhood. You can see we have a dividend 206, a divisor 3. So let's start. What we do is we try to find exact first number if possible. If it is smaller, we take first two numbers. So you can take first two numbers, and as in table of 3, 20 doesn't come, so we will take a number less than that, that is 3 6 are 80. So we have got plus 80. What we do after this, we change the sign of this. As it was plus, I make it minus, then we subtract these two, we get 2 as a remainder. After this, we take this 6 in this downwards. Now we have 26. Again 26 doesn't comes in table of 3, so we have taken 3 8s are 24. Again 24 is positive, so we will change the sign to negative. Okay, so we have got 2 as remainder. You must be thinking why I am discussing this simple example with you. This example will help you to understand what we are going to discuss today. So just keep 3 4 things in your mind. This is divisor, this is dividend, this is quotient, this is remainder. Whenever you write the term, you have to change the sign. Here the term was positive, so we made it negative. Next topic is remainder theorem. Before we start this theorem, first of all, let's recall something that we have done in earlier classes. Whenever we divide something, we have a dividend. Suppose I name it as polynomial px. We have a divisor. Suppose I name it as gx. We have a quotient. I have taken the name as qx, and for remainder rx. Kindly note, these variables can change. Okay, this can be qx, this can be tx, anything, but that doesn't change the question. This position is for dividend, this position is for divisor, this position for remainder, and this position for quotient. Now we all know that dividend is always equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder, that is px is equal to gx into qx plus rx. For example, I have shown you 15 is equal to 6 into 2 plus 3. So you can say 6 to the 12 plus 3 is equal to 15. Here we can see that 6 or 2 are not factor of 15. How can we say this? Because they are giving a remainder 3 but not 0. So we can say 6 is not a factor of this 15 as the remainder is not equal to 0. In the next example, I have taken 12. We can write 12 as 6 into 2 plus 0. So we have got a remainder 0. So we can say 6 as well as 2. Both are factors of 12. Or we can say 12 is a multiple of 6 as well as 2. Same thing. Understood? Now, similarly, we can say if we have a polynomial like 2x cube plus x square plus x divided by x, we can write like this, no issue, in fraction form. Now what I have done is I have taken this x below each individually like this, 2x cube upon x plus x square upon x plus x upon x, no issue. Now we can solve them. This x and this cube will cancel one power and we will get 2x square. Similarly, here also same base, power will minus, 2 minus 1 is power 1. Here they both will cancel and the answer we have got is 2x square plus x plus 1. No remainder we have got in this case. So we can say this number 2x cube plus x square plus x, that is this one, which is our dividend, is equal to x, which is divisor, into this thing which is your quotient plus 0. Understood? Simple. Now see. So we can say gx and qx, that is the divisor and quotient, are factors of the dividend, which is px in this case, as rx equal to 0. Or we can say that px is a multiple of x as well as this thing. Same thing we have done before, multiple and factors, no issue. Now let's solve an example. Example is divide px by gx. What is px? X plus 3x square minus 1. And what is gx? 1 plus x. First thing in these questions of division or whatever question you do on polynomial, always make a note that you have to write the number in proper standard form. Now you will think, what is standard form? Standard form is nothing else but writing the number in decreasing power. That is, first 3x square should come, then x should come, and then 1 should come. In this case also, first x should come and then 1 should come. Okay, so first step is always check whether all equations or expressions are in standard form or not. What is standard form? Degree or power in descending order. So if you have power 3, it should come first, then power 2, then power 1, then power 0. Understood? So we have written the number like this. Px becomes this thing and gx becomes this thing, x plus 1. Now we will learn how to divide these things. We have done division of constants. Now we will learn how to divide variables. Kindly be attentive. Okay. It is a new thing to learn. Now step 2. I have written the divisor at this position, x plus 1, and the dividend n in this position. Now it is just like simple division that we have done from our childhood, but little bit attention is required. So first see this x and this 3x square. Think of what number should be taken as quotient so that we get exactly same number 3x square. So for this I have shown you a hint. This you can use for some time. After that, when you become habitual, you can find it yourself without rough work. So I've written like this: x, the divisor, into box, the blank mark, should come as 3x square. Okay, why it should come as 3 square? You will learn this in next step. Okay, so this box will remain on this side, x will come in denominator. So this is cut, we have got 3x. So we can say if I multiply x and 3x, I will get 3x square, which is this number which was required. So the first step is step number 2 is I will write the quotient first value as 3x. So just see, x into 3x will give you 3x square. Now we all have seen simple multiplication of polynomials. You can't just multiply this and this. You have to multiply 1 also with 3x. So 1 into 3x will give you 3x. I have written below this thing. You can see same degrees are coming one below other. Now as in division, here also we will change the sign of these numbers. Here it is positive, so we have changed the sign to negative. Here it is positive, so we have changed the sign to negative. You can see these two are same numbers but of different sign, hence they will cut. This is what we do in division, so it becomes 0. Now we have x minus 3x. So the answer is minus 2x, because minus 3x is larger number, negative 1. So we have got minus 2x. Now what will happen? Step 3. Now we require the next term of quotient. First of all, in the last step we have got minus 2x as remainder. this minus 1 will come down as we do in normal division. So now we have this number to be divided. Again, concentrate on the first terms only. First of all, try to, your first job is to make this term vanish. Okay, so what you want is x into something which is equal to minus 2x this time. So here also I have shown you x into box should come as minus 2x. What is the value of box? It will be, this will come in denominator, x and x cancel, it is minus 2. That's why we can say if I do x into minus 2, I will get minus 2x. That is why I have written the coefficient, sorry, I have written this next term of quotient as minus 2. So I got minus 2x. Now we have multiplied x and minus 2. Now we have to multiply 1 and minus 2 also. So 1 into minus 2 is minus 2. Now again draw this line, change this signs. As it was negative, it becomes positive. As it is negative, it becomes positive. So these two will cancel each other. We will get minus 1 plus 2. So answer is plus 1. In this case, we have got remainder as 1. We can't solve it further because here there is no variable. So no point of solving. This is the final answer. So this is the complete division. Okay. Once you learn, you can do it very easily. For this, we will take some more examples. Don't worry. Okay. So we may write this dividend, that is 3x square plus x minus 1 as x plus 1 into 3x minus 2. What is 3x minus 2? It is our dividend, sorry, quotient, plus 1, which is our remainder. Have you got this? Okay. We can say, seeing this division, that gx and qx are not factors of px. Simple reason, as rx is not equal to 0. Now we will see a simple trick to find remainder. Here we have saw in the last slide that remainder was, so we will do a simple trick to find the remainder by other method also. Let's see the method. Now in this method, what we do, we take the divisor, which is gx in our case. We put this divisor equal to 0. After putting it equal to 0, we put the equation, that is x minus 1 is equal to 0. It gives us x equal to 1. Now this value of x we will put in the, yes, dividend. So we will find P1 for the remainder. That's fine. We know Px is this thing. Just replace all the x by 1. But we will get 3 into 1 power 4 minus 4 into 1 cube, because it is 1 only. Then minus 3, 1 at this place, minus 1. When you solve it, I get 3 minus 4 minus 3 minus 1. 3 minus 8, answer is minus 5. You can see I have found the remainder of Px upon Gx just by placing x equal to 1. So this is the easy method. This is what we call remainder theorem. In the last division, we did complete division to find the remainder. Here we just use a simple trick to find the remainder. Let's see some more examples. This question is, check whether qt equal to 4t cube plus 4t square minus t minus 1 is a multiple of 2t plus 1 or not. We have to check whether this number is a factor of this or this number is a multiple of this. Same thing. Now, same process, we will take this gt as divisor and qt as our dividend. I told you in the last step also, whenever we assume it is not fixed, question may change the variables. So don't confuse it with quotient. This time this qt is your dividend. Okay. So it is written over here. Now same procedure. First check, are they both written in standard form? Yes. We have power 1 here, power 0 here, power 3, power 2, power 1, power 0. So they both are in standard form. Now we have to think, what should I multiply in 2t to get 4t cube as it is. So let's do the same box work. 2t into box which is the missing quotient, is equal to 40 cube we want. So box equal to 40 cube upon 2t. 2 से 2 cancel. 2 2s are 4. We have got 2 and t power 1, t power 3. So we have got t power 2. So this is the first quotient term, that is 2t square. This we have written over here. Now you can check 2t into 2t square equal to 40 cube. First term. Second is 1 into 2t square is how much? 2t square. Now same procedure, draw this line, change the signs. As it was positive, it becomes negative. As it was positive, it becomes negative. Now these two will cancel. We have got 0. This was our job. Now solve this part. 4t square minus 2t square. As they are like terms, they can be solved. Answer is 2t square. Now bring these two terms downwards as in last case. So we have got new dividend, that is 2t square minus t minus 1. This time I want a quotient that if I multiply with 2t, I get 2t square. So again, it is simple. Either you can try with this box method, or if you are habitual of this, you can do it in your mind also. Simple, 2t into t is equal to 2t square. So I have written plus t. So 2t into t is 2t square and 1 into t is plus t. Now again change the signs. As it was positive, it became negative. As it was positive, it also became negative. These two cancel. 0 we have got. Minus t is minus 2t and minus 1. Now what should I multiply in 2t to get minus 2t? Very simple. Minus 1. So 2t into minus 1 is minus 2t and 1 into minus 1 is minus 1. Again change the signs. It was negative, it becomes positive. It was negative, it becomes positive. This cancelled, this cancelled. We have got 0 plus 0 equal to 0. So we have got remainder as 0. So we can say this 2t plus 1, which was the divisor, is a factor of this polynomial. Or we can say this polynomial is a multiple of 2t plus 1. So we have checked and it is correct. Okay, you may write this down as the remainder is 0, therefore it is correct. Now you may pause it and write it down. Now I am doing the same question with remainder theorem also. Let's see how. Same thing, we will take the divisor, put it equal to 0. So divisor is 2t plus 1 is equal to 0. This gives us t equal to minus 1 by 2. Now the last step, that is we will find q of minus 1 by 2. So we will replace this number with the variable in dividend. So 4 in the place of x I have written, in the place of t I have written minus 1 by 2 cube, minus 1 by 2 square, minus 1 by 2. Simple substitution of values. When you solved it, again I obtained answer as 0. So you can see the benefit of using remainder theorem. If question comes, find the answer by remainder theorem, you have to find by this method. If it is not there written, you can use either this method or the last one, that is proper division. Okay. Now these are hints and answers of the homework given in last lecture. You can check those with this. In case any issue, you can ask. Okay. Now, these two I have solved for you from that homework in case you want an idea how to solve. Thank you. Kindly revise this so that tomorrow's worksheet you can solve easily. Okay. Thank you.